Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Draft and Die, where defeat is but a step on the path to victory. We are looking forward to doing some upgrades. We managed to get max XP on the House Always Wins, so I'm pretty happy about that, and we're going to see if we can actually get that going and do something really exciting with it. So 5 XP to spend. We've got Rex Murphy on the taboo list, and everything else is going pretty well. We've been looking over the decks a little bit, but are largely going to be basing the just figuring out as we go along what we need for draft. So let's hit that upgrade button and see what we get. All right, Perception level 3, Charisma. Ooh. Okay, well, we're already off to an interesting start. Charisma is insane in Dunwich, has always been insane in Dunwich, and will never not be insane in Dunwich. Perception, on the other hand, allows Rex Murphy to succeed skill tests with gusto, which is the one thing that Rex Murphy really needs to do all the time. He needs to pass those skill tests. He needs to pass them well. Let's check real quick and see what his... he's got 2 Milan Christophers who are unique and an art student, and he hasn't taken any of the new ones. If we do get the new ones, eventually Dr. Warren Rice will be important. That'll happen in Blood on the Altar. But that's like 3 scenarios ahead, and our primary goal right now is to survive to that scenario. I would say that in order to pick up the most clues at the most speed, and also to have enough cards to continue to do that, Perception is just going to be way too strong, and 2 or more is just something Rex Murphy really wants to do, so Perception seems great. We're into it. Deduction. Okay, that's 2 extra clues, so allows us to clear a 4 location. And even if we are just investigating a 2 location, we're guaranteed to get what we want. Man, that's also very good. I'll take that too. Okay, that leads us to 1. We got a magnifying glass level 0. Strong upgrades for Rex. That was just a good setup. I don't feel bad about that at all. I think that we are not actually doing anything crazy here. We don't even have a deduction right now. Oh man, that's so good. I'm very happy about this. We could ditch Rise to the Occasion. Survival Instinct actually served for us, so that was pretty fun. Working a hunch is pretty minor, not greatness. I'm not hugely into it, and we don't really need it, so we might cut that, and then we could just go for, well, I don't know. Testless clues are really nice too, so it is nice to occasionally get those without having any issues. Seleno fragments. Does Rex ever have Seleno fragments working? Well, it's hard to say. I think Seleno fragments is going to go, and we might just take 2 more skills and just keep those 2 skills for exactly what we need. Seleno fragments is pretty interesting, though. It does give us an extra speed, or an extra book for I've Got a Plan and a couple of other things, as long as we got 5 cards, which with Perception, we are going to be having a higher chance of those. So, yeah, this is interesting. Rise to the Occasion allows us to pass extremely high book tests and also pass some other tests that we wouldn't otherwise be able to pass. It is not a great card normally, but I still think that the amount of options that gives us is really strong. Art Student, I really don't care about Art Student. And yeah, it doesn't even soak all that much damage for me. I think Milan Christopher even soaks more. No, Milan also has health 1. So that, and we're not taking painkillers out because we have 1 physical trauma already. We're not taking Forbidden Knowledge out because that's actually been pretty useful. And having Forbidden Knowledge and Dark Horse together really works for us, because then we can have no resources, have really high books, and then suddenly gain 2 resources, be able to play something that costs 2, like Working a Hunch. Working a Hunch is very strong, but we might end up upgrading it later, and I'd actually be pretty happy to just cut it right now for a deduction at Perception. On the other hand, are there other cards here that just don't do quite as much? Flashlight's pretty good here, because it would be... I mean, it just allows Rex to investigate some areas that he wouldn't otherwise be able to get good value out of. I think Magnifying Glass is also very important for that, but Rex's main thing is he just has to investigate well, so testing and succeeding at that is very important. Survival Instinct actually proved itself to be really useful. I think question marks are just really important in Dunwich because they're good on the train, and they're good on a wide variety of weird tests that occasionally get you in very bad situations. I could ditch Manual Dexterity, since that's a speed test option that isn't always great, but I'm not super huge on it. I don't need 2 Strange Solution, I'm pretty sure. Let's cut one of those Maybe let's cut both of those. Did I just cut like an art student? No, let's just cut one of those. That's fine. Deduction and perception. I didn't even see the strange solution at the bottom, but that's clearly the card to cut. That card doesn't do anything. Well, that was a pile of interesting things happening. Okay. Great upgrades for Rex, so that's pretty good. And then we just go to Nate. Nathaniel. Bet you can do some cool things with 5 XP. Upgraded boxing gloves. Yep. Police badge. That's another probable yep. Gives a will, which is important. Gives us that 2 extra actions, which is also important. On the other hand, get up over here is still very good and is now fast, which I think is also quite strong. Does Nathaniel need to cut anything out of his deck right now? He doesn't have an accessory slot, so getting the will is very nice. But just upgrading the get over here makes our deck quite a bit better. We are still bad at passing will tests, and that's kind of an issue. I'd say we're probably fine with get over here. Yeah, level 2 boxing gloves. We already have a boxing glove, so we're just doing upgrades here. Upgrade 5 XP. All right, didn't get boxing gloves last game for some reason. That was a little weird, but in general, they're just going to be our bread and butter, and getting +2 fight on a base skill value of 5 is no joke at all. Get over here. Can I play this during... I can play this during any... That's so good. Okay, so here's the reason that's so good, right? Nathaniel's ability says that whenever you deal damage to an enemy by a fight ability on event, deal an additional damage limit once per phase. So that means that you can only deal extra damage like once per phase, but there are certain ways to deal more than 1 extra damage per bonus attack. The main ones being to attack during the enemy phase after enemies have attacked you using counterpunch, or to just like do it during the Mythos phase or the upkeep phase, as long as there is an investigator reaction window there. I don't know specifically when the reaction windows are, but I'm going to look them up now because we can just find a lightning bolt, get over here during the lightning bolt, deal a bunch of damage, and then be ready for the investigation phase to do more. Awesome. I am very happy with that set of upgrades. I think we really sort of got what we wanted out of the House Always Wins. And going into the 3rd campaign, feeling pretty confident that the Miskatonic Museum is going to be a breeze. No guarantees. The big monster's still scary. We still really want to evade it, but I think by and large we're pretty good. We did keep the manual dexterity, right, and the survival instinct, both great cards against hunting horror, so that's pretty cool. Nathaniel's never going to be any better at evading, so nothing we can do about that. But I think we're fine to punch him every now and then, and ideally, like, just ignore him or dodge him for a couple of turns. We'll see how it goes. Miskatonic Museum's up next, so here we go, and let's get right into it. All right, it's time to face our true enemy, the front door. But we've got our decks, we've got them shuffled, and I guess we have to draw before we do setups, so here we go. Let's see here. Burning the Midnight Oil, really, really strong. Hyper Awareness, quite good. I think we can't gain resources at the main door, so might be a good idea to make sure that we have something that can commit to a test early on. Unexpected Courage is very good. This actually looks like a pretty strong start, but the main thing about it is we do really want Dr. Milan Christopher. Would I throw Hyper Awareness back for that? Probably, seeing as we're going to have some resource issues anyways, and I don't know, Forbidden Knowledge is also doing a thing. Man, this is rough, right? Like, it's a pretty strong start, but I also really want Milan Christopher. But we're going to get a bunch of clues anyways, and then we can search for the truce, so sure. Well, we'll take this. This seems fine. All right, Nathaniel. Hi. 5 cards. Can't take that, so we get 1 more. Leaderships. Leaderships are strong. Teamworks are also strong. Brother Xavier's strong. None of these are cards I want right now, though. The main things I need right now are Dr. Henry Armitage. I will take that over Power, I think, because we want to make a really, really good like fight test, if we can. And beyond that, I think we're good to go. I remember being stuck at the front door. I know what I'm doing this time, so here we go. Draw 4. We got physical training, stand together, greet Wagner the Purifier. Ooh, greet Wagner the Purifier means I can greet Wagner overpower 6, 7, 8 against 5, I think. So that's going to be exactly what I'm looking for. Yes, we need Shadow Spawned. Hunting Horror enters play, attach Shadow Spawn to it, or add a resource to Shadow Spawn if it's already attached. Cool. Shuffle the encounter deck, shuffle the Chaos Bag, and then each investigator begins play at the museum entrance. All right, Dr. Armitage has given the university's Latin translation of the Necronomicon to his associate, Harold Walstead, the curator of the Miskatonic University Museum. Worried that someone still might be after the book, you have gone to the museum to recover it. When the hunting horror enters play, we have to put the Shadow Spawn on it, or attach resources to the Shadow Spawn if it's already there. Unfortunately, the entrance to the museum is kept locked at this late hour. A security guard is visible through the building's front windows, oblivious to his surroundings. Perhaps you can find a way to get his attention and convince him to let you in. All right. An opulent and stately building supported by expeditions funded by the university. Its sizable collection of exotic curios art has drawn visitors from all over the country. And redraw. What are shuffles? Right. Okay. As you approach the museum, you draw your coat tighter around your body to keep the wintry air away. The full moon drapes the building in ominous bright moonlight. Okay, investigators can't gain resources here. We can resign, and the museum entrance gains test 5 to break down the door to the museum. If you're successful, immediately advance to Act 1B. So I'd like to break in, if I can. If we advance to Act 1B, do we have to remove our clues from this location? And can we just enter the hall? I think we flip the hall if that happens. All right, so let's start with Nathaniel. Action 1, play Greet Wagner. Boost fight to 6. Action 2, overpower. And -2, -3. There's no -4 or -5 except for the 2 that are in there. I think 8 against 5 is good enough, but physical training would slightly increase our odds if we committed that as well. I'm going to want the will, probably. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go 8. Nah, if I get a card off this, and I still need to draw my boxing gloves. So let's go for 6, 7, 8, 9 against 5 to break into the door. Bust down that door, Nathaniel. Should have committed the vicious blow as well, I guess. That's par for the course, I think, for this type of scenario, but good to know. That's okay, we got a backup plan, and it's not a bad one. Rex, you're currently 4. What else can I give you? Let's just throw a search for the truth at this. 7 against whatever the heck this is. 3. Can't gain resources here. All right, play hyper awareness. Spend 2 resources plus the search for the truth for 6, 7, 8, 9 against 3. Succeed by a lot. Pick up 2 clues. Advance. All right. You find the window nearest the guard and tap it loud enough to get his attention. He gives a startled jump, then shifts open the window. What do you want? He asks timidly. You explain the situation to him and tell him that he is in grave danger. He warily opens the front door of the museum, shaking his head. I wasn't even supposed to be here today. Choose an investigator to take control of Adam Lynch. Reveal the museum halls. Advance to Act 2A. Okay. If an investigator enters the exhibit hall, restricted hall, advance. The Necronomicon is being kept in a restricted hall somewhere in the museum. Adam barely knows the way around. He gives a startled jump at every creak of the old building. I just started here last week, he explains. What sort of trouble did you say was going on? You haven't the heart to give him the full story. Okay, so we need to get to the restricted hall, which means we need to reveal the museum halls? Yes. That's connected to each of the exhibit halls. You spend 2 clues as a group to put the top card of the exhibit deck into play unrevealed. So we get clues, we spend them to do other things, and these 2 clues on Rex, sadly, are gone. Bye, Rex's clues. Good job. All right, Rex's last action is to move out of the museum entrance because we want to gain resources. Nathaniel's just going to have to be a little sad for the turn. Okay, that is investigation. Enemy, none, upkeep, resource in a card. Clean them out. Cool. Flashlight seems great. This deck's nice and shuffled, yep. Cool. Mythos. Doom goes to 1. Encounter cards. No Hunting Horror. Oh, Twist of Fate. Uh-oh. No, we did it right. We deleted those. Okay, 37 though. That's a lot. I'm a little concerned that I might have disassembled the deck the wrong way. That looks right. I'm gonna do a quick search just to make sure that we don't have anything that it shouldn't be in there, like criminals or syndicate members. Any criminals in here? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's a normal setup. Yeah. So we just have bad luck in here. I didn't know that was in there. Good to know. Okay. So Twist of Fate, pretty simple one. Nathaniel, flop it. Symbol 2 horror. We'll put 1 on Greet. Not great. Enough bad twists of fate can kill Nathaniel, but I think we're mostly okay. Hunting Horror. Alright, start of the enemy phase, reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. If the reveal token has a blah, ready the Hunting Horror. When it leaves play, place it in the void. Okay, well, Nathaniel can go deal with this pretty quickly. It's not a huge deal, but it does suck a bit because we have to go punch this thing and then, yeah, do things. Okay, that's the end of the Mythos phase. Investigation. Nathaniel. Move. Clean them out. Test 5 against 2. To punch this stupid thing in its stupid face. Yeah, we're not evading it here, right? Rex can evade it, and then we could just leave. Okay, so maybe we don't go with Nathaniel first. Maybe we evade, go to security office, let it go for. I don't think that actually helps us. Yeah, no, Nathaniel punches in its stupid face. Clean him out. Gain 2 resources, -5 for Greet. And then we punch this thing for 6 against 2. -2 succeeds. We deal 2 damage to it. That was my bad. I didn't realize. We weren't going to kill it. I could have thrown a vicious blow at that. Okay. Well, if that's the case, actually, why don't we just go to the security office or the administration office? We need probably 5 resources or 5 cards to investigate the administration office, so the security office is probably the correct way to go. Stand over there. Plaque next to story reads security. Blood. Somebody must have left the security office in a hurry. Blood stains the floor into the desk nearby. There's some maps of the museum in here as well. Okay, so we can look at the top card of the exhibit deck with Adam. Speaking of which, we need Adam. He should be in somebody's play area. Does anyone in particular draw him? Choose an investigator. Okay, well, we don't have Dr. Milan right now, so... But I could also make it Nathaniel's problem, since Nathaniel's got Greed out already. Interesting question. Yeah, I'll make it Adam. I'll give him to Nathaniel. I'm pretty sure that Rex wants to play. I think it's fine. Okay, Rex. Evasion. Unexpected courage, 5 against 2. There's no -4, -5 that I can think of, and we don't want to spend resources on this unless we're already in a rough spot. So 5 against 2, evade. 0 succeeds, evade the Hunting Horror. That's action 1. Action 2, go to the security office. Investigating here seems meh. But we could pick up quite a few clues here. Oh yeah, we really want to, in fact. So 3 against 4 right now. 5, 6 against 3. that all we want to do? 6 against 3? We're going to Burning the Midnight Oil too, so that's 7, 8 against 3. And I'll spend those 2 resources too. Or rather, I'll spend those 2 resources, and then when the action begins, we gain 2 resources. Okay. Investigating 8 against 3. -3 succeeds by 2 or more, so we pick up 2 clues in this turn. That's enough to reveal an exhibit hall. Good times. Okay. Enemy phase. At the beginning of the enemy phase, reveal a random token from the chaos bag. It's not a bad one. The end of the enemy phase. Actually, no, at the upkeep phase, this thing will ready. Cool. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Resource and a card. Inquiring Mind. Ooh. That is a good one. Okay. I like it. Mythos Phase. Doom goes to 2. Counter cards are dealt. Dark Bidding. Hunting Horror attacks an investigator. Must take an additional damage and an additional horror. Heal 2 damage from Hunting Horror. Discard Dark Bidding. I hate it. Thanks. Oppressive Mists. If you draw 1 or more cards at this location, let's test 3 will. That investigator fails. I do upkeep. I did. Got a second clean amount. Okay. Okay, so this is bad because it makes us discard cards, which is not good, but I think other than that, we're okay. Nathaniel. You're up first, I think. We go to investigation phase. Move. I don't need to clean them out, so I won't. I'm just going to fight 6 against 2. 0 succeeds. Goodbye. For now. You keep Dark Bidding, and you also get Shadow Spawned. It enters play again, and it'll get a resource, so that'll be fun. Now we take the damage off of it, because that's important. Dark Bidding's very annoying. I don't like it. Okay, that's good. So that's action 1, action 2. Now, action 3 should be stand together, but I didn't know that I was going to be... I think that's cheating, because I've drawn a token here, and there's a reason that I would do it that way. So I'll draw a card instead. Stand together. Okay. Rex. You're doing something very simple here, right? You're investigating with either Inquiring Mind or Flashlight. I think Inquiring Mind is fine. That's 7 against 3. Spend a resource to make it 8 against 3. 0 succeeds by 2. Pick up 2 clues. That's action 1. Action 2, move to the museum halls. Action 3, reveal a museum exhibit. Or play a museum exhibit, rather. Okay. And that costs us 2 of those clues. Bye. Enemy phase, no enemies. Upkeep, resource and a card. And Nathaniel's first resource and a card. Or a second resource and a card? I'm not sure. Flesh Ward seems pretty good, considering like the amount of damage we're taking is kind of rough. Reckless for you basically just says you have to pass a skill test, which I think we can do. We lose 2 resources if we're in an area that's not good, so. All right. Mythos. Encounters. Doom goes to 3. Twist of Fate. Good God. All right. I mentioned those Twists of Fates can kill Nathaniel, but didn't realize it was going to be this bad. Curse Luck. Oh boy. That's going to be good with Reckless, isn't it? Okay. So, investigation phase. Rex Section 1, equip a flashlight. Rex Section 2, move into this exhibit hall. Please don't be the trap hall. What alluring artifacts are displayed inside? Do they too hold a sinister secret? Fail a skill test while investigating this location. Take a horror. Okay. Action 3, investigate, committing reckless. 4, 5, 6 against 1. Bless, we can choose to fail to draw 3 cards. That would be really nice, but I think I'll instead succeed. Pick up 2 clues. And we discard Curse Luck. And also Reckless. Solid, Rex. Well done. That was action 1, 2, and 3, right? Played a flashlight, moved, and investigated. Nathaniel, you're currently in a pretty good spot. So I think you just play Flesh Ward and draw a card, or draw a card, Flesh Ward. Draw a card. Draw a card. Can't play Henry here because Adam Lynch, so Flesh Ward. That is interesting, though. Okay, that's investigation. Enemy phase. Nothing crazy happening. Upkeep, resource, and a card. 1-2 punch, good. Dr. Milan, beautiful. Okay, so Forbidden Knowledge is going to be kind of important here now. But we're not feeling too bad about it. Okay. Mythos. Doom goes to 4. We're really on a pretty decent clip here. We're actually playing pretty fast and not very loose, I would say. Encounters. Baleful Welcome. Evade. And if I pick Fight and we get the Hunting Horror, things are bad. But Rex will get the Hunting Horror. If I pick Play, Evade and Fight. That's got to be the way we go. Test 3 book. If you fail, lose an action for each point you failed by. We don't really want to do that, so let's go for... Honestly, I think we go 6 book. Against 3. -1 succeeds. Hyper-awareness, really proven its worth there, although we are going to have some issues with resources for a bit. By and large, still okay. Okay. Rex, action 1. Investigate with flashlight. So 4 against 1. -2 succeeds, not by much though. Do we want a flashlight again here? Yeah, 4 against 1. Bless succeeds. Ooh. We fail, we draw 3 cards, and we take a horror. I mean, it's fine. Draw 3 is very good, but our main issues right now are resources, right? So I think I want to succeed this one too. Rex really does need cards, though. That is important. All right, last action, we're going to move into the museum halls. Nathaniel, you know what to do. Stand together, stand together. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And last action, I can spend clues as a group, right? Yep, so last action, spend 2 of Rex's clues to reveal another exhibit hall. Okay, that is it. Investigation, or that was investigation phase already. So enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep, resource and a card. Had some relative peace for the bit. Resource and a card. Oh, strange solution. It's one that we do want to like try to upgrade early if we can, and also would draw us 2 cards by testing 4 book. We'll still need to play Milan Christopher to even get close to it, so we're a ways off from there, but that's fine. Okay. Mythos. Now things get weird. Doom goes to 5? Oh gosh, wow. That fast, huh? The shadows of the museum halls, a terrible creature slithers forth. Hunting horror gets spawned. It spawns in the museum halls, which means it engages on Nathaniel. Hi, bud. We could engage it on Rex if we wanted to do something wild, but I don't think that's a good idea. Okay. Encounters. Inexplicably cold. I don't like it. I'll throw 2 question marks at that. It's a 4. -2, we fail by 2, so we have to discard 2 cards or take 2 damage. I'll take 2 damage. Okay. Stalked in the Dark. Readies engages you and attacks each investigator at your location. Christ. Alright, so Readies engages me, attacks each investigator at a location, so I think it starts with the hunting horror. Yeah, so additional damage, additional horror. Discard Dark Bidding. Ugh. You heal 2 damage from it, which there's no damage on it. And Nathaniel takes 1 and 1. I'll put... No, I don't put one of those on Greed, do I? I don't think so. Nathaniel's in trouble here. We need to heal his horror, but I don't really have the tools to do that. Alright, that's investigation phase. That sucked. Readies engages you and attacks each investigator at location. Okay, so that card just will kill us then. Knock out Greed, it'll make things very bad. Hunting Horror Elite? I would assume so. So I can't choose a non-elite enemy at my location with Get Over Here. That card's just going to be mostly bad. This thing's got 4 health right now. 1-2 punch deals 3, so that's what we want. 1-2 punch. Current fight is at 6 plus 1 is 7 against 3. I'm pretty comfy with that, I'd say. Yeah, so spend 2 resources for 1-2 punch. Pop it 1. -3 succeeds, deal 2 damage to it. And this one's even better, it's 8 against 3. -4 succeeds, kill it. Really don't like continually spawning this thing, but we are where we are. So that was 1 action. Action 2, action 3, spend the remainder of Rex's clues. We should have even numbers of clues, right? Yeah, 4 clues. So to spawn 2 more exhibit halls. 1. 2 times the number, yeah, 2. What's this connected to? Looks like some of the exhibit halls are connected together. That's good to know. What do I need? I need this. Wait, hold on. This is connected to this, but why is this a one-way? Did this just... something weird just happen? I assume something weird just happened. Okay. Anyways. So if we want to just get the Necronomicon and get out, the exhibit hall here is our best chance of doing that. I'd be pretty keen on that overall. I'd say Rex's first 2 actions are going to be... Oh yeah, Rex is just... So Nathaniel, kill, monster, reveal 2 halls. Rex, I think, is going to go Milan Christopher. I think we're going to play the strange solution because we really do need cards. And then we're going to walk into an exhibit hall. After you enter this location, discard 2 cards from your hand at random. Oh, okay. Whoops. Well, that's something. It's the bears. They spooked me. Nothing about this exhibit is natural. Spooky bears. Alright, well, the spooky bears spooked me, but I am now at 5 against 1. That's not great. Yeah, all of my tests are bad here. Nathaniel is done, so we're done with the investigation phase now. Enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep, resource and a card. Evidence, great. Upkeep, resource and a card. I've got a plan. Also pretty great, although we do need resources for it, which is a little harder now. Okay. Mythos. Doom goes up to 1. Encounters. Baleful Welcome. Fight and evade? No. Evade and play. Actually, maybe fight and play, and then, investigate, move. We're definitely going to be moving. I think evade and play is correct, but I am a little bit annoyed that we wouldn't be able to... Yeah, it's the only thing we can do, though. Visions of Future Past, test 5 will. For each point you fail by, discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Not a thing I can do to boost that, so that's just 3 against 5. Auto fail, discard the top 5 cards of our deck. Okay, so didn't even matter if we could boost that skill. Wasn't going to help us. But it is a hunting horror free turn, so investigation phase. Let's draw a card. Investigate 5, 6, 7, 8 against 4. We succeed. We don't succeed by 1 or more, but we do get to draw 1 card. Emergency cash, I love it. And we also gain a resource. Investigate 5, 6, 7 against 4. Keep in mind our books are 5. 7 against 4. There's a -3 and a -4, but there's no tablets, so we're okay there. Skull, -2. Awesome. So that also gets a clue. And then we've got 1 action left. I can either emergency cash or I can leave this location and get to a central area. I like the central area plan. Yeah, feels pretty good. Nathaniel. Action 1, spend Rex's clues. Reveal another exhibit hall. That's got a 1 in 2 chance of being the restricted hall, notably. Once we spawn it, I think that we might be in some trouble. Wait, did I play any cards here? I committed a perception. Okay, no, I committed a perception, but I think I had evade and play as my 2. So I gotta remember that I can't play anything. Draw a card. Teamwork's really nice, yeah. I think draw another card. Dodge. Awesome. That's actually really, really good. We really need that. Twist of Fate still kills us. I'm not happy about that. Okay. Enemy phase. Nothing happens. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Evidence again. Cool. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Magnifying glass. Beautiful. Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Mythos. Doom goes to 2. Counter cards are dealt. Ephemeral exhibits, test 3 books. You fail, lose an action for each point you failed by. Our books are 2. Could throw the evidences at this. Yeah, they're not going to be very useful because we're going to be fighting the hunting horror in the main halls most of the time. So that's 6 against 3. Cultist is a -3. We didn't fail, so we don't get the hunting horror. Important. That's, I think, the only way that we can actually draw the hunting horror by accident, which is, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, that is the Mythos Phase? No, Nathaniel. Rex hasn't drawn a card. Okay, hunting horror's got a dark bidding, annoying. But that's it. So, Rex. I think we're really looking for that Necro. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking we might want to actually explore some exhibit halls. Are we going to get greedy here? Nathaniel's hurting too much to really get that greedy, I think. I could trade like a fresh Milan Christopher to him. Okay, action 1, emergency cash. 1, 2, 3, 4. Action 2, let's do the exhibit hall. Medieval exhibit. After you fail a skill test while investing in this location, you take a damage. Magnifying glass. We are 6 against 3, correct? 7 against 3. Oh, I mean, I think 6 against 3 is where we really want to be testing. Oh, but 7 against 3 gives us a higher chance of getting like a -2. In fact, 8 against 3 gives us that too. So let's see if we can just clear this. 8 against 3. -3 does not fail, and we succeed by 2. So we get both of those. A worthy test. All right, so we know what we're doing now. Nathaniel, you're going to draw a card. The get over here's are just not useful now. I think you're going to draw another card. Greet Wagner is extremely useful now. And I could play that Greet Wagner if I wanted to get extra resources. But I think I'm pretty happy. Squares. Stars. The Nature Hall is connected to this. To the Hall of the Dead, notably. All right. That does it. So investigation, or not investigation's over. Enemy phase, upkeep. Resource in a card. Brother Xavier, Pure Spirit. Ooh, that's beautiful. Resource in a card. Disc of Somna, Protective Amulet. Doesn't actually do anything here. It's just a will test option. Mythos. Gotta remember to actually switch it the right way. Thank you. Cool. And then Doom goes to 3. Counters. Oppressive Mists. Ooh, that's not good. It's a second Oppressive Mists, and it's at our location now, which is a bad location for it to be at. Slithering behind you. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's not what we wanted to see. So Hunting Horror spawns. I wasn't sure if it could spawn up in an encounter. So it spawns engaged with us, notably. Which I hate, but there we go. Tablets are real bad, turns out. Okay. It's got no damage on it. It's just got 2 resources now. So it's 4 attack, 5 health, notably. Can't get over here it. Can fight it. And there's a world where I like drag it to a new location and just try to deal with it elsewhere. I don't think it's a super strong world though. Oh, I'm so sad we don't have the resource to use I've Got a Plan here. That would really help out. All right, but it is what it is. Yeah, we've already explored the exhibit hall, so we're all done there. So now we go to investigation phase. Okay, Nathaniel, what have you got? You're probably okay with punching, yeah. Because Vicious Blow doesn't like hurt your opponent. Yeah, so move to Rex's location. Clean him out. Is that our best action? It is, sadly. Gain 2 resources. Vicious blow. Vicious blow. The 6, 7, 8 against 4. Okay, so we're still in a position where we're actually pretty handily dealing with this thing. 1, 2 punches in the discard pile. Okay, 8 against 4. Deal 1 damage to Rex. That was really bad. Should I draw a card here? Oh wait, I know what I should do. I'm going to engage it. And then I'm going to fight it. We're currently... Oh wait, no, I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to draw a card, and then I'm going to engage it. Oh, fucking Haunted, really? It's fine. We're doing the Nathaniel Cho thing for reasons. It's all good. Okay. Rex. Move. Reveal a location. If I reveal the restricted hall, the hunting horror is going to move to it. I think that's how that works. I seem to recall it moves to that location. Let's get this over here, get this over here. Can we survive it being at that location for more than 1 turn? How much experience do we have right now? 3? What's the doom at? 3? I'm going to move into an exhibit hall. Fail a skill test while investing in this location. Discard an asset you control. Cool. It's worth a victory point, though. Okay. Now here comes the real fun. Enemy phase. Hunting Horror attacks us for +1 additional damage. I cancel that attack. Discard Dark Bidding, I believe. Not 100% sure of that, but that seems like it should make sense. That's the enemy phase. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Nice. Resource and a card. Nice. Safeguard's actually really good, yeah. Mythos. Doom goes to something. 4. Counters. Infinite Doorway. Gotta discard the top card of your deck to move out of this location. What's this connected to? Anything? Absolutely nothing. Okay. Encounter card. Shadow spawns over here. Infinite Doorway. Okay. Also annoying. Investigation phase. Rex. How long are we screwing around here, Rex? You're at 5 against 2 right now. If you deduction, you'll definitely get the clues, but... Oh, no, you're at 6 against 2, because you get an additional one from this book thing. No, don't do that. Hi. Please go away. So 6, 7... Oh, wait, no, you're 6 against 2 right now. That's good enough. Let's just do a 6 against 2 investigate. It's a -2, which succeeds by 2 or more, so we pick up both those clues. That's action 1. Action 2, move into the museum halls. Action 3, reveal a location, and don't forget that when we upkeep, we'll have to test will. 2 clues. Reveal a new location. Oh wait, I don't have any locations left to reveal. Never mind. Action 3 will move into the last museum hall. Gain 2 clues from the token bank. What? No, thank you. I'm good. Okay, that's it. Oh, wait, no. We haven't actually done Nathaniel's turn. Nathaniel, you're engaged with a hunting horror. It's got 2 resources on it and a shadow spawned. Your fight is currently 5 because of Haunted, so everything is bad. I want to just make sure that we remember that this is in here. Okay. Action 1, fight 5 against 2. -3 succeeds, deal a damage. Action 2, fight 5 against 2. I'll discard a get over here. We don't need this. 0 succeeds, deal a damage. Action 3, fight 5 against 0. Or 6 against 0. Or 6 against 2. Gosh. 0 succeeds, deal a damage. That's 3 out of 5 health. Cool. Enemy phase. Hunting horror attacks us. Flesh ward. Take 1 less. Take a damage. Put it on Greet. Yeah, we're gonna put it on Greet. Greet really needs to like soak for me here. That's it. Yeah, I think we're okay. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Leather jacket. Nice. Resource and a card. 1/2 punch. Nice. Leather jacket's particularly good, right? Yeah, I really like that. Solid. Mythos. Doom goes to 5. Counters. Beyond the Veil. Not great, but fine. Oh wait, does that have Surge? Yeah, so this actually also goes on you. Secret Door. Freaking H. That's a book test? Or a will test. We could probably throw Xavier at it, I guess. But no, it should be fine. I know what we're doing, so it's all good. You. Haunting Recollections. For each card in your hand, if there's a copy in your discard pile, take a horror to a maximum of 3 horror. Oh, that's a card that can kill Nathaniel pretty easily. Okay, so for each card in hand, we have a deduction, a Disc of Insomnia, which is definitely worth a horror, right? Because no, I haven't played one of those yet. Dr. Milan's not in our hand. Leather Jacket definitely isn't. Okay, we took no horror from this effect, correct? So we discard the top 3 cards of our deck. Nice, Rex's Curse is gone. Okay, Rex, I think I know what we're doing. Do I need the leather jacket down now? No, I know what we're doing. This is going to be fine. Action 1, move. It is investigation phase now, right? Yeah, investigation phase. Action 1, move. Action 2, move into the last exhibit hall. Hunting horror is at this location. This location can't be investigated. Fuck. I didn't know that. Exhibit not yet open for viewing. Okay, so we advance the act. When you enter the restricted hall, you find the curator. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. We're in breaking and entering. Here we go. When you enter the restricted hall. No, wait, we aren't on breaking and entering. We're on this one. Okay, so find the curator of the museum. Breaking and entering is gone. We're using this one. In a pool of blood, his intestines strewn about in a grotesque display. Your stomach turns over and you resist the urge to vomit. Whatever did this, it's still nearby. The hunted horror is placed in the exhibit hall ready, and we advance to Act 3A. Searching for the tome. Somewhere in this area is Olaus Wormius's Latin translation of the Necronomicon. You must find it and escape while you can. Is the last act? Yeah. Okay, so the hunting horror moves to our location. Hi. And for our last action, we are going to I've Got a Plan. That is still fine, yeah. Yeah, so I've got 5, 6 books. This thing has 4 fight. I'm going to commit the... 7, 8 books against 4 fight. 9 books against 4 fight. -3. Murders the hunting horror. Oh, Rex. You beautiful, beautiful bastard. You had a plan. I actually forgot you had a plan, but it's so good that you had a plan. That's the end of that turn for you. And Nathaniel, discard Haunted. Move into the museum halls. Oh, wait, no. Discard Haunted, and now you have to test Will to try and get out of this stupid building. Will. 6 Will. Here goes. Against 3. Skills at -2, we succeed, and the doorway is discarded. Delightful. Did I miss a card draw on Rex? I don't think so. I think I was in this exhibit hall, so I didn't get the Oppressive Mists. Oh, but I did move out of the infinite doorway, so Rex does have to discard a card, and if it's his weakness, bad things happen. Okay, we're good. Wait, does that mean I am supposed to take Rex's curse? Okay, checking the tape. If we had discarded a card to infinite doorway, the card we would have discarded would be Leather Jacket, which is not going to make a difference one way or the other. I can discard it here and just draw something new, but I think I'm fine with whatever happened the way it happened. Regardless, Rex's curse would still have been force discarded, so that's fine. Okay, so yeah, just as long as we resolve that, I'm really trying to make less mistakes in general, and I'm trying to resolve those mistakes as generally least beneficial as possible for me. We have 2 times the number of investigator clues in this location, so we do need to actually grab those clues, since I think I accidentally dropped the exhibit hall earlier. So, but there are 4 clues on this location, and we have a very, very simple task ahead of us, so let's see if we can get it done. Now we're in the investigation phase, assuming we've done everything else. Beyond the Veil. Secret door. Oh yeah, no, it's Nathaniel. Nathaniel did his thing, so we go to the enemy phase, then to upkeep. Okay, yes, it is upkeep. We are good. Upkeep and a resource and a card, resource and a card. This is one of the things we have to be careful about when we check tape, is making sure the phases are set correctly. Okay, I think I might have hit draw a card there. It doesn't matter. We are fine. So anyways, now we go to the Mythos phase. Doom goes up to 6. Oh, it's not 7. That's so good. We would definitely get Hunting Horror if it was 7. So encounters. Visions of Future Past for Nate. That's not great. Nothing I can do, though. 3 against 5. 0-6 fails by 2, so 2 cards. Which, you know, doesn't kill Nate. It's actually probably one of the better encounters we could have gotten this early. Inexplicable Cold. Okay, that's also fine. We test 4 speed, 3 speed. As much damage as we can suffer, which is as many cards as we can discard. I have a clue on my location, so... No, but I really want to succeed, right? So... No, a clue on my location is correct here. So 7 against 4. 6 against 4. -3 fails by 1. So I take a damage. And I'm cozy with that, because the next thing we're going to do is going to be pretty solid. Remember that Nate's stats are back up to their originals, because we did discard Threatened, and Shadow Spawn is on this thing. Not that that matters at the moment, but it will come back with 3 tokens on it. Okay. Investigator phase. Deduction. 2 resources. 5, 6, 7, 8 against what? 3? Gain a resource, gain a resource. Deduction, 10 against 3. Skull is -2, so we beat it by 2 or more, which means we discover a clue, an additional clue, and 2 additional clues from deduction. And that, I believe, resolves the act. Oh, it's good. That was a strong showing. At last you find the locked case containing the Necronomicon. The tome, over 800 pages in length, is filled with all manner of macabre imagery, formulae, spells, prophecies, and descriptions of creatures from beyond the threshold of space. Without a doubt, it is a dangerous book, but its secrets could be very useful. Investigators must decide, choose one. It's too dangerous to keep around, we have to destroy it, resolution 1. It's too valuable to destroy, we have to keep it safe, resolution 2. That's my book. I'm taking it. I'm taking that book. That book's mine. All right. Give it. Resolution 2. You get an achievement if we do the other thing. That's fine. The Necronomicon is more than just a book. It is a tool. Within its pages is a wealth of information about the forces and creatures you have encountered. Knowing how useful it could be in your endeavors, how could you possibly bring yourself to destroy it? Besides, as long as you have the book safely in your possession, you will still be foiling those who wish to use it for nefarious purposes. In your campaign log record, the investigators took custody of the Necronomicon. Oh god, that gives me an elder heart. If I'd burned it, everything would have been fine. I should have burned it. I didn't realize we would get a chaos token for that. Actions have consequences. Who knew? Okay, the investigators have burned the Necronomicon Olaus Wormius translation card. Anyone investigating choose to add that to their deck. Does not count towards their deck size. Given into the temptation of power, add 1 Elder Heart Chaos token to the Chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value. So, we have to grab from the Chaos token reserve 1 Elder Heart. Clone it and put it in the bag. Let's put that back in here too. Close enough. Yeah. Investigators have 5 experience again. No new physical trauma. Our XP total for the round is 914 now because we got 5 off of. Just doing great. We've gotten 5 twice, so our XP total is 14. That's beautiful. And we took control of the book. Took the book. Okay. That's it. Next scenario is Essex County Express, the scenario that killed our previous investigators. So, pretty excited to see how this turns out. Had a delightful time tonight, folks. I hope you enjoyed this as well. Sorry for the last round of sort of reviewing the tapes, but I was just dead set on making sure that this victory was well earned. It's possible we made mistakes, of course. I'm sure I'll find out about them in the comments, but regardless, I had a really, really fun time, and this draft and die does appear to be going well. It turns out that when you take a pair of the strongest investigators and you draft a bunch of really good cards, you have a decent chance of actually winning this thing. Of course, there are still some things coming, particularly scenarios 6, 7, and 8, but also some of the scenarios in general are going to cause a lot of problems. There's just a lot of accumulating damages and encounters that can still happen, and all of that culminates in a scenario 6, 7, 8 that will actively kill you without a second thought if something goes badly. So there's still ways that we can lose these characters. We're definitely not resting on our laurels, but we do get to do some upgrades, and I am so excited for that. So let's go ahead and do those upgrades right now. In fact, I think we actually have everything we need to do it. So here we go. All right, restarting with Nathaniel Cho, and we're going to go 5 XP again, same as before. Start. Okay, what do we got? We got a second brother Xavier, which, I'm pretty into that, but I think 5 cost 1/2 punch is also pretty good. Okay, so 5 cost 1/2 punch costs less. There's some choices here, right? So 1/2 punch does not cost us any less, and it costs us all of our experience, but it gives us the ability to deal 5 damage to an enemy in one go for 2. It works against elites, it works against everything. We already have a stupid number of investigators, so if we took another brother Xavier, then we'd just be crowding the slots meant for Henry Armitage and Greet Wagner. I'd like the Elder Sign Amulet because one of Nathaniel's big issues right now is taking too much horror and not being able to heal any of it. But the ability to just dispense with a monster with a big 5 cost attack is pretty into it. Oh, wait, you automatically succeed. Okay. So that's almost a guaranteed 5 damage. Yeah, no, that card's disgusting. I didn't even see the automatic success. That's hilarious. Let's take that. That's beautiful. Okay, well, that's gonna be a pretty simple upgrade. So just go ahead and get that one resolved. Okay, I do have two 1/2 punches, unfortunately, so I don't get to like edit those out. But upgrade 5, and then 1/2 punch goes to 1, and find 1/2 punch 5 goes to 1. All right, well that's 100% gross, and I love it. We're definitely going to be looking to draw that, and we're very likely to because we have level 2 boxing gloves. So, which I didn't even need for this one. Nathaniel was just capable of like completely beating the snot out of the hunting horror the entire time that it was out. So feeling really good about that. All right, restart. Going in on Mr. Rex Murphy. What do you got going for you, buddy? 5 experience. Another second level deduction. That card's too strong, and there's no reason not to take it, and we don't have 2 deductions yet, I don't think. Let me double check, right? No, that was our first deduction, so another level 2 deduction is just all upside. Absolutely. Moment of Reprise, heals 3 horror and draws 1 card. That's very strong for Nathaniel, but it's actually not that good for Rex. Seeking Answers. Discover 2 clues among your location and an addition and connecting locations. So it is just a free extra investigate. It commits for 2 speed, which is nice. And it's way better than these other 2. Yeah, Seeking Answers. Second fast magnifying glass. That's absolutely it, yeah. Okay, so this one's going to be a little more interesting because we have to add 2 cards and subtract some cards. I think that it is time for all of our remaining... Time to get rid of the Strange Solution? Yeah, we didn't get to upgrade it, so I think we're... I never even tried to test it. I could have actually given that a shot at Miskatonic. But this was always going to be like a card that we took like... I'm doing okay with I've Got a Plans. Nathaniel's doing well enough on fighting. And the only thing that I could get off Strange Solution is something that like maybe heals me. I don't think the upgrades are 4 experience. We don't actually want this. So we're going to upgrade 5 experience. Hi. Still want those painkillers, I'm pretty sure. But ditch the Strange Solution. Increase the deductions. Ditch a magnifying glass. Add a magnifying glass level 2. Man, I'm in good shape. I do have the Elder Sign Amulet on Rex, notably. And maybe we ditch a Disc of Insomnia for the last card so that Rex can just, like, do everything? Being able to evade monsters is, on occasion, very useful, but we're going to run into more and more elites as time goes on. So, on the other hand, we also don't really need flashlights or Seleno fragments so that much anymore. I think that like the Seleno fragments still have the potential to be good, particularly when we're drawing cards up perception and such and such. So yeah, event. What is this event called again? It's called Seeking Answers. All right. So 2 clues from among your location connecting locations, plus of course the bonus for being Rex. Seems strong enough. Add that up. 30 cards. This deck looks utterly bonkers, and we're done and done. So, all right, tune in next time for more Draft and Die. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm on YouTube and Twitch, currently as Luca Poggio, but that may change shortly. And until then, see you next time. Cheers.